Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So North Carolina's offense will take the field first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick handoff. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Looking for a man, it's Knight. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to get it himself. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. So Texas State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off the defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle, it's more. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I love what the quarterback did with his eyes there. Third down, you're throwing the hitch against zone. You've got to freeze defenders because they're all watching you. If you eyeball that throw, someone could pick that off and take it to the house. So great job with his eye discipline.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the fullback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Bobcats line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Here on third down. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting three and starting this game off on the right foot.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Woods. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bobcats need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle, and maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend. And David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around with your athleticism. I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
I tell you what, I do wonder what if now, Jesse, because now you can't hit these guys. You're not allowed to hit them high, all the targeting. Like, if you're a big body guy with good hands, you could go make a lot of money. Might have been a little bit safer, might not have got hurt. So, yeah, might not have been that bad of a living.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Back to pass. Finds his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bobcats come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Gets open down the middle. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bobcats with the first and 10. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and come up short.
And that's a bad feeling when you're the offense, because you see your defense time and time again getting stops, giving you the football back and giving you an opportunity. The offense, they just couldn't pull their own weight.
I hear you. It's a bad feeling for the offense, but it really sucks for us as defense because we got to keep going back on the field time and time again with no offensive support. A lot of times the frustration will lead on the sidelines. You'll see people getting angry, but the offense has got to do a better job.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. will put toe to leather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense has the ball first today. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
The Bears offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off the defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. 2nd down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Quarterback now breaking the field. That's reeled in. It's Smith. And he'll be brought down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the back. It's a seam wide open. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. off the play fake on first down to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Pulls it in, it's Smith. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And the Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's White. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make it.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, UNC! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 72 yards, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Horn. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Rush is on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Bears will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Baylor! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. decides to back on the option to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throws for the tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll try the left side. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Buys a little extra time. That's caught. It's Thomas. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that is a backbreaker for the offense because you're driving right now to win this football game, but instead you turn it over, and there's enough time on the clock now for the opponent to march the field and win this game.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. And now they've lost the ball down here. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it.
Man, you're thinking, I got the ball, time running out, I got to go get a score, take the lead, win this football game. Now you're just begging your defense to bail you out, not give up points, somehow try to hold on to this game and stay in it.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this one for the lead in the waning moments. Not a chance. Missed it. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Spins away from the defender. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. And the Bears want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Horn. Oh, he wants it all. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. First play of the first possession of OT. Looking to throw on first down. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down here in overtime. Trying to do it on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
Quarterback extends the play. Headed to the end zone. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. A first down run in the red zone. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and goal as they try to punch it in from the doorstep here in overtime. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They take the lead here in overtime.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking for a man. It's Horn. Here's the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Snowed under by the defense.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Bears! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And he puts through the extra point. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Gives it on the option. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth, into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and... Oh, he's getting ahead of steam! Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This thing has been back and forth now. First and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. Back to throw. It's Horn. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can...
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
On offense, he just took a sack. Bad play here, but it's early in overtime. In this situation, guys, on fourth down, you got to take the points. You got to try to kick a field goal and take the lead.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Absolutely perfect. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Floating away. Trying to make... Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Tar Heels are threatening in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Hardy. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. They haven't gotten much done here. Third down, and they need to at least pick up a few to make the field goal attempt. He unleashes one deep, and they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.